The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome to Bald Guys Babbling About Beer. We drink craft beer and nobody cares. And we're doing it without much hair. Bald Guys. Beer. Babbling.
I like the stouts.
Yeah.
No,
I
the
like
stouts were good.
Yeah.
I just didn't like my stout, but I do like stout.
Yeah. I think that what we realized was that stouts and porters are great, like to have one of. That's what I kind of took away from it.
Yeah, kind of
It's a
after you've been out in a
sharing
snowstorm for like a week.
Yeah. I think they're also kind of seasonal too. More of a cold weather.
That's what the St. Bernards had in the
That's
little
right.
barrels. And
The lactating St. Bernards.
So tonight we have Lager Night, and we're also going to be doing, much to my chagrin, best live performance.
Mike, help me out here, Mike.
I got
So
your
we'll-
back, Bob.
Yeah, no, I'm open to this. When John threw it out there with the Partridge Family, it piqued my interest. I thought, okay, this could go in an interesting direction.
I'm sure that was in jest.
Because I don't really have any. I'm not a huge live music listener. If I want live music, like I like to go to a show.
Somebody
see
mute Dave
live
right
music.
now.
Yeah, mute him.
Dave, somebody mute Dave.
You're not going to get too much live music these days, Dave.
it's
Yeah, I
too bad
know.
he can hear. It's too bad he can hear us now.
Dude, we have to get into live music like phases and just like go down a rabbit hole. You'll
Yeah, yeah, I'm with Bob.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
start with the lagers, shall we?
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going with my most interesting lager first. This is, and I think I saw somebody else do this also. I'm going with Jack's Abbey.
Oh,
Now,
That's
they
a great beer.
we got a
Hoponius
Jack's Abbey,
Union.
different lager.
Hoponius
you
Union.
got post shift.
Yes.
Yeah, so this was interesting to me because they call it an IPL.
India Pale Lager.
India
So it's-
Pale
India
Lager?
Pale Lager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
India Pale Lager. They do all lagers. That's their thing. We actually interviewed Sam Hendler at the Mass Fermentational last year, and he gets very
Wow.
excited about lagers. And so I was curious. So that's kind of
That's
the
a
one
great
I'm
beer.
going with.
That's a
Mike, could
great
you
beer.
tell us about your Jack's Abbey lager, and then we can kind of go to everybody else?
It's a Pilsner, and I think M. Sauter, was that our expert from last week? Was that,
Yes.
is that her name?
Cicerone, Mike.
Is her
Cicerone.
Yeah.
I
Rick
think
Cerrone.
Rick Cerrone, her Yankee throwback. I think she was saying there's basically traditionally two schools of Pilsners. There's like a German and there's a Czech. I don't know where this falls, but it's American, I guess.
Yeah. But it falls under lager.
Yeah, it's definitely Pilsners are lagers. Not all-
Pilsners are lagers.
all
Yes.
lagers are Pilsners, but all Pilsners are lagers, I
Yeah.
think. It's malty, but obviously not malty like a stout or a porter. Decent amount of hops, not as hoppy as an IPA, but it's really well balanced. And you know, I think Dan mentioned about drinking a stout in a snowstorm. And I think, like, by contrast, this is like pretty, like, kind of crisp and refreshing, and definitely more of a warm weather drink.
Huh.
Bada bing, there you have it.
That's a good
right.
analysis.
Bob,
Very, very good.
tag you're it.
Yeah, Bob, you're it.
So I've got I went local. I got this last week. It's called What You Got That's Light.
Oh, you're going back to the 30-mile place.
Yeah, I got these last week or so ago.
Okay.
A lot from them. It's a little 6.2. It's really nice. You know, I'm not always a huge lager fan. Let me read a little bit on this. Take on classic lager, fermented at a slightly higher temp, brewed with some mosaic hints of citrus. I believe grapefruit is a citrus.
Oh.
You're welcome, John.
Just
Oogly
as long as
moogly.
there are only hints. Just as long
uh,
as Nothing to there are only see hints. here. Nothing to see here.
They only use one grapefruit for it, though.
Pairs of hops.
It's pretty good.
Joseph, what do you got?
Okay, so I've got two, one of which I've poured already.
Thanks, John.
East Rock Lager.
Oh yeah.
Rock as a new
Okay, we're hitting the East Rock again. Mike had their black lager, right?
I think they specialize in lagers too. Yeah.
They also make,
Haven.
Yeah.
which is pretty
Yeah,
decent. But this is a Helles or Hells style lager. It's 5.2%. I'm sipping it now. Pretty tasty, actually. If I have a second, I've got some. I guess the name of it is Yesh.
Oh, I think I saw that.
I pronounce that yeesh.
Yeesh or
I think with a double E, I'd go with the heavy E.
That looks like the nightmare I had last night.
Yeah,
I
it's a,
didn't know we were going for seconds.
It looks like
Your nightmare
Big
formed
Mouth.
a beer.
Big Mouth animation.
So hey, real quick, not to cut back in, if we do, I sort of front loaded with this one a little bit because of my week.
Disappearing behind Rick Cerrone there.
Hey, Bob, is that Rick Cerrone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Charter Oak Citra Lager.
Charter Oak.
Ani M couldn't be here, so we needed a Rick Cerrone.
At the end.
Joe, Hellas. What? I was afraid to ask M last week. I still don't know really what a Hellas lager is.
It's hella good.
Hellas for children.
I don't think that's what M would have said.
Mike, do you
Probably
remember
not.
what distinguishes it? It's German for bright.
Ah,
Is the daily drinking beer in Bavaria, according to this.
it's like a session, Bavarian session
yeah.
beer.
Like a regional
Daily.
session.
That's what they're doing daily.
Daily is the key phrase there, boys.
All
What's
day
their
long.
productivity levels there?
All day IPA.
No, where they make BMWs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Doing something right.
fairly
Kent Falls?
productive.
Is that what it says?
They just can't drive, but they make them.
And then this other guy is from Kent Falls Brewing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like their stuff.
It's a Czech-inspired Pilsner.
There you go.
Oh,
Somewhere-
nice.
Somewhere M Slaughter is
They're-
smiling.
They have good dentists there in Czechoslovakia.
It's
Or
like
in Kent.
Not an English beer, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Floyd-inspired beer.
All right, John.
I was gonna get a Czech-inspired beer, but I thought maybe the Czech-inspired beer would be a category later on. So I
Inspired beer.
It's always that risk. Always that risk. What did you get, John?
I got two. I got my go-to beer of that I have about a case of in the fridge is the Vienna Lager, which I think I've shown you guys before.
Yeah.
Which is local. It's Devil's
Oh,
Backbone.
The Devil's Backbone, yeah.
The Devil's Backbone. You know that list that I don't know who sent it around, but it was the list that the best 10 best or whatever it was.
Well, that was Joe, right?
Oh.
I went into the craft beer place here and I showed him the list and he's like these are all temporary or it's just
Seasonal?
small. Yeah,
seasonal?
not seasonal. It was more of they do small batches,
Yep,
so
once in a
they're
while.
not available anymore. Once they're out, they're out. So I mean,
Really?
that doesn't really help me if I want to go buy a beer. I want to try that Maine Brewing Company one.
Yeah, that was good too.
And they
Maine
was
Brewing
like, oh,
Company
this
is awesome.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, that's just they put it out there and then it's gone. So
John, did you mention my name?
did I mention? No, I will next time.
Well, you did last
show?
time when you were looking for this saison. I thought, maybe you could drop my name.
Probably give you a free case of beer if you do.
That'd be good.
All the expired beer you'd get. Yeah.
So then I got another local one that's that my cousin actually brought down. It's from Richmond, Virginia. It's Richmond Lager, which
That's a really cool looking. Could you hold it so we could see it
I'm trying
clearly
to,
for us?
Put the grapefruits back up.
Yeah, it's kind
There
of.
you go. Richmond Lager.
What's
Richmond
that
Lager.
architectural thing there? It looks like a Roman aqueduct. What is
that is the bridge
Oh.
over the James River
The James River.
in
Got it.
Richmond. So
And I noticed it said Hardywood.
Yeah.
Hardywood is the brewery, and I really like it. It's very smooth. I hadn't had, he brought it down a couple of months ago and I never had one. He had one, he liked it, but I never did. And I'm having it tonight. So
Fantastic.
couldn't find any of those. couldn't find any of the top 10 ones, so I went with the 2 locals.
I didn't even see the list. Who was distributing the
It was
list?
some wine
It was
connoisseur
disguised as a
magazine.
wine thing.
Joe, didn't you send it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dan. What do you got? What are you bringing? Anything domestic tonight?
Yeah. I have a Blue Point toasted lager.
Oh, from
It's
the
very-
the
from
island
Long-
of length.
That's right, from the Long Island. It's an American style
Long
amber.
Island. The
Very
Massapequa.
nice.
Long Island.
It's got a lot of
Patchogue.
attitude.
It's actually Patchogue. And Baldwinsville, I don't know where that is.
That's where Alec Baldwin was raised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he's from Long Island, actually.
Anyway,
Massapequa.
it's
Him and Jerry.
an amber. It's nice. I like it. I don't know
Is
what
it crisp?
It's pretty crisp.
Are you a
Yeah.
crispy boy now? Are you
I'm very crisp.
okay? I'm gonna be a crispy boy tonight.
Yeah.
He's probably toasted, I'll tell you
I don't know
that.
what the toasted does. I mean, this the only thing on this label says, according to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcohol during pregnancy. So
That's
I
good
don't.
advice.
Doesn't tell you like what toasted means. It just says American style amber. But it's 5.5. It's pretty good.
You know,
like-
Budweiser owns them.
Do they?
Yeah.
Mm,
I
They
like
own a lot of- they own
that beer.
Who
bunch of
doesn't
things.
Budweiser
I won't buy it again then.
They bought, they bought Blue Point.
Island,
It was
Yeah.
a few years ago.
Island, and a couple others.
Isn't Goose Island Chicago?
Yep.
Goose Island, yeah. Budweiser bought them a few years ago.
Yep.
They kind of left them alone though, which is nice.
That's
That's
what I
what they.
understand.
That's what they say they're doing. Apparently, they bought Devil's Backbone a couple years ago too, and they say that we're not going to touch anything. We don't want to involve.
Yeah.
All the same people are there.
Isn't-
Brew it the same way.
Isn't that
Rock.
isn't Stella? Isn't that
Yeah, somebody
who owns
owns
Budweiser
Yeah.
now?
in Bev.
InBev.
Not
Yeah.
Stella, right. It's not
Artois.
even American
One of
anymore.
those in the fridge, I think.
All right, Hank. What do we got over there in Trillium Land?
I told you I didn't do my homework, so it's appropriate that you say that because I went back to an
Shocking.
old favorite. I don't
Uh-huh.
like lagers anyway,
Yeah.
so I went with the famous plane over train, over car, over boat, which you can't see.
I
Yeah,
can
we
see
can't
palm
see that
trees.
at all.
Palm trees are nice.
I remember it from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And what kind of beer is that?
It's a quadruple IPA.
That's right.
Quadruple IPA.
The opposite of a lager.
I had a shitty week, and I haven't been out of the house, so it's
Join-
13. It's 13%.
Take care. Yeah.
Uh,
Wow.
it's delicious.
Nice.
13%?
13%.
Okay,
My
so-
stout was 16, so I got
That's
you.
like three. That's like 3 lagers.
All right, so you know what? Do me a favor. Do you have
Unicorn-
multiples?
What's that?
Do you have a few of those?
I do.
All right, so you do a shotgun, and then we'll get Jim to tell us.
Yeah, perfect.
Knock on a pint.
I'll be
Great.
back in a minute.
Somebody dial 911. What's Hank's address?
Just Massachusetts. That's all I know. Just send them there.
Just keep driving.
I'm there eventually. What do you mean? You've been here, John. You don't remember?
Needham. I know it's Needham.
There you
Need
go.
ham. I need ham.
I
Hey, we
need
can't
ham.
give away those things.
I could probably find it, but I don't know the address.
Oh boy, we switched around. What happened?
Yeah, Jim went over there, and
Yeah.
Dan went down, and
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't move on my screen.
Dan's playing tennis now.
Musical chairs.
All right, Jim, what do you got? You got a lager for us?
I do. I'm back with my good friends at Dovetail again
Oh, nice.
with a
Yeah,
Vienna
love
style
Dovetail.
lager.
Nice.
And
Another Vienna.
yeah, nice color.
Ooh.
Wow. 5.1. Beautiful.
Mason
Good
jar?
stuff.
You drinking from a mason jar there?
I am. Yeah.
Good
I
man.
like that.
Yeah.
we do
All
that
right.
too. Recycled pickle jars.
Old school.
I like
It's
it.
time for me to say what I enjoy most saying in this whole episode. Gentlemen, crack your beers. I know, but I like saying it.
Hank, why don't you like lagers? I'm just curious.
It's not that I don't like them. It's just that I couldn't get out to get one, and
Oh.
I don't generally have them in the house. That's all.
Why do you hate America?
I do. Well,
Patriotic.
currently, I hate America. That is true.
Oh, I think we currently
do.
all hate America.
I just wanted to tell you. I just wanted to
Well, Hyman,
Okay. 1 hour.
Lyman.
Clayman.
1 hour.
Jim's got an hour, so we should let him talk.
that
Oh, no, I
job's
got
not going to
plenty of
walk
time.
itself.
Tim, you got the
Dog's
floor.
not going to walk itself. It's right. We're working on it.
It
You got to
actually-
walk the dog for an hour? Holy
No, no.
shit.
In an hour. In an hour.
Hey, John, the cousin that brought you the beer, was it Christoph?
Christo. No, it was
Christo.
not. No, he's in Colorado.
Okay.
This was a cousin from Troy, New York.
All right.
I
So he
remember
was-
Christo.
I do too.
You probably do. He was.
remember him.
We were very close.
Yeah.
He just had. Well, I'm not just had, but his kids are 5 and 2.
Oh, God.
Oh my.
You should be
Yeah.
drinking.
He is a year younger than me and married a 32-year-old or something like that. So,
Nice.
For him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Wow.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was quite a wedding. It was in Aspen, and her parents are
Loaded.
rich. It was amazing, but
Wow.
yes. So he's
Aspen.
a late bloomer like Hank.
I got to say, it ain't easy having kids at this age.
Nope.
No.
Dan, Aaron, anyone?
Yeah.
I was gonna say some things before we started recording, but I'm gonna.
Aaron, it's like by the way, Aspen, where the beer flows like wine, right?
Right.
That's right.
How appropriate.
Dumb and
I
Dumber.
was interested in M's comment about last week about like the craft beer areas in the United States. She didn't seem like she had a definitive answer. I thought
'Cause
maybe
they're-
there's
Because they're everywhere.
It's all
I-
Yeah,
open.
there is no definitive answer.
yeah, but
They're ubiquitous.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
so.
Like, if you think
It's-
about Connecticut, we have we're pushing like 110 or 15. And
Connecticut's prime for it. It's got all these little towns with these little rundown,
mill towns.
small industrial
Yeah.
buildings.
I mean,
that-
where I live,
Massachusetts has a ton of those.
Yeah.
pretty quiet area, and there's my town, the next town over, the next 2 towns up. There's like 5 breweries within a 15-minute drive of my house.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm guessing there were probably some like original hotspots like Aspen and maybe Portland.
Mhm.
A bunch of places in California,
Right.
but at this point, it's just blown up.
People like beer.
Yeah.
have you guys ever been interested or thought about brewing your own?
I
My
have-
brother gave
Those
me for my
guys have.
birthday once some brewing stuff. It was like a couple tanks and a bag of like hops. and I kind of read the directions and I was like, ah, fuck this. I'm going to the packy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like pizza. Like it's so good when you get it from somewhere else. Why
Yeah.
make your own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
really
like
need to know
driving
it.
cars, but I'm not going to try to make one.
Right?
I just don't get the mentality. I just don't.
Analogy.
Yeah.
Growing your own weed, that's another
I was
story.
gonna say, what if he brought you a grow lamp?
Yeah. I did that. I had a, what do they call it? They called a phototron or something. It was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a mirrored case that was like 4 feet
Atmotron?
high with lights inside. That thing produced some nice.
Growing weed.
like quills.
Get a
Yeah.
drug factory in your closet.
I
mhm.
could use that. I got a couple of plants going right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are they outside or are they inside?
Right now they're inside, but we're gonna hopefully put them outside in a couple weeks.
One's
your
over your
kids-
shoulder. I
your
can
kids
see it.
into
Yeah,
farming.
It's a big one
Pretty
over your shoulder.
healthy leaf there.
They don't know
I
yet.
think 25 feet tall, man. Sure, that's legal.
We did it last year in the neighborhood, and we got some good weed out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Need them.
You did what, like a neighborhood exchange kind of thing?
It's
We
Yeah,
had a
there's-
farm to table.
It's true. A neighbor of mine, had like a bunch of seeds from his brother-in-law or something.
Wow.
He distributed them throughout the neighborhood, and everybody grew, and a couple of plants came to fruition, and we had a nice little harvest.
So
It
other
gives,
than the virus that's wiping out humanity between the beer and the weed, it's a good time to be alive.
It is a good time.
Yeah.
I guess you got to emphasize the positive.
Yeah. Could be
Eliminate the negative.
Yeah. I think NRBQ did a cover of that, by the way.
That's where I was going. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a really good version, actually.
Yes.
Those guys still around?
Speaking of good bands.
There
I
you
saw
go.
them last summer. I sent a note to Mike. I saw them
Who?
last summer. They were outstanding. A whole
Bet
new
they
cast except for one guy.
Yeah.
But man, they went for 2.5 hours, and it was great.
Yeah.
So what does that
Wait,
mean?
wait. A whole new cast except for one guy? I mean, that's not.
Well, the drummer,
Hardly
the
NRBQ.
drummer died a couple
The
of years.
drummer died. Al Anderson is in Nashville writing songs.
Yeah.
The Spampanato brothers, right?
Capanato,
Yeah.
or that guy's the blonde-haired guy with the long blonde hair.
Terry Adams.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jerry. Yeah, there you go.
Jesus.
Yes.
He's a
Yeah.
piano player.
Oh, is Terry
know
Adams the one who's still with the band?
The
Is he
IRA
that
guy?
blonde-haired dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, piano playing.
The IRA.
Yes.
Yeah. That Terry Adams.
It's fucking politics.
I don't know. I have this debate with someone. My friend down in here is like, if there's one guy left in the band, does that make it? Is it still the band? You know what I mean?
Well, not if it's like the drummer.
I saw the Marshall Tucker band, and they had no
Oh, there's-
original members left.
Yeah, there's no original.
No original members.
Yeah.
That
Sounded
doesn't
exactly like the original band. They were really good. You know, they were
Yeah.
essentially a cover band.
Dan, that's
Yeah.
a tribute. That's a tribute band.
No, they were they just
They took the name. They
slowly
bought the
replaced
name
all
and
the
then
members and
That's
so
the brand.
guys
I think they're like sanctioned though. I think like the
They
guys who are still alive let them do it.
yeah,
Yep.
they sounded great. I have to say. I mean, they sounded awesome.
And they let them put a portion of the money into their bank accounts when they're done playing.
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
go ahead, we don't care.
go play our
I don't
shows.
know. I don't know.
It's not a bad gig if you can get it.
Well,
What
Jay, how
about-
do you feel about the Skinner? You know, that's still not
I
Skinner.
won't go see him anymore. There's only one guy left, and I won't go see it because it's.
Is it the drummer?
No, it's a pretty key member. It's
Alan Collins?
Gary Rosington.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I saw him, I guess, 3 or 4 years ago for the last time, and Billy Powell was still alive. So
Keyboard player?
yeah. So
Did he die?
yeah, he had a heart attack.
Oh.
They are Leopold
I mean,
Skinner.
I get why they do it. You know, if you're a musician your whole life and that's what you do to earn a living, and it's your not only your legacy but how you.
Well, last year they had. I
You-
mean,
you
last year they had this
retire
big
hands and
thing.
go
Of, it's going to be a retirement. You know, the last tour. You know, retirement. We're not
Yeah.
going to play anymore. You know, and then I heard on the radio that they're going to be at like some piddly ass, amphitheater in July.
Italy, yeah.
They're
I'm
gonna be
like,
at
are you kidding me? You know,
be
the
at
Rockingham
Mohegan
County
Sun
Fair.
soon.
I mean,
Well,
please.
I have to say, where I saw Marshall Tucker band at a bowling alley in Winstead, Connecticut.
No.
No.
Yes.
I remember
Oh,
the-
wow.
Dan, I'm telling you, that was a tribute band.
No.
Can't you see? Can't you see? You can see pretty well. Probably.
It was Marcia Tucker.
Marsha.
long lost cousin.
That was, yeah, that was a slight change to the logo.
Oh, my nose.
Mike, ready? Who's the broad singing?
What about like Adam Lambert singing
Oh,
with
with
Queen?
Queen?
Is that still a band or is that a tribute?
No, that's
actually
well. See,
good.
there were four members, and two of the members, and one of the key members, Brian May, is still there.
Brian
So I
May,
feel like
yeah.
that's worth it.
Well,
We
they're
were
all-
supposed
they're
to
all
see
still
Journey
there.
with that guy from the Philippines.
Yeah, Journey
Yeah,
from the guy
it
from the
says
Philippines.
And
Steve,
it got snowed out. It was the
Steve
snowstorm.
Perry,
Yeah.
Journey with the guy from the Philippines.
Yeah.
who sounds
never
a
heard-
hell of a lot like Steve Perry.
Yeah, you
actually.
didn't hear that story
No.
about that guy?
I just don't
No.
Odd name for a band.
Apparently they
Yeah, they should have come up with a better name.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little long.
Journey 2 or something.
Journey with the guy from the Philippines.
It's good on a t-shirt. Hard to
It's
fit.
got a ring to it. I gotta
It's tough to fit on the drum.
Jose
Imagine-
Marcos
Hard to fit on the merch.
The guy from
wearing a Steve Perry.
There's my Philippines guy.
a little racist at the end of the day.
No,
That's
it's
my
where he was from.
No, it's where it's from. It's like the Wuhan virus. It's where it's from.
Don't go to China. Why don't you go ask China?
It's a China virus.
China.
It's a China virus. He says to the Asian reporter.
Oh my God, he's such a fucking
Unbelievable.
guy.
Yeah.
It's so pathetic. Where we are.
It's
Yeah.
from China.
So what are the odds that he's actually taking hydroxychloroquine?
Slim to none.
Yeah.
I bet he's not, but who knows? Who the fuck knows? He's an idiot.
Well, did you hear today? He said he very positively tested negative.
Yeah.
Did he really?
English is a second language.
I had a very positive test that is negative, and therefore it's good.
But did he say that strongly?
We're looking very strongly into that.
Nothing strongly good.
Strongly.
It was like
How
no
do you
one's ever
fucking
seen
look strongly at something? It doesn't make any
Like
sense.
I like that. That's the way to do it.
That's true. I stand corrected.
Thank you,
Sorry.
Dan.
You know what? You know what
Good
cracks
run,
me?
Dan.
I
Pretty
keep thinking
strong.
about the relationship between Kellyanne Conway and her husband.
Oh yeah, they
I
gotta
don't
have
even-
great. I
there-
bet they have the best sex, man. There's
I
no
have
question.
no idea how that works.
A lot of grudge sex there.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
All
that's
the time.
real. I mean, they used to talk about James Carville and his wife. What was her? I can't remember.
Oh, Madeline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so-
But they like appeared together, like on CNN and stuff.
Right.
You never see these two together. I don't.
Yeah.
I think this
No.
is. I
My
think it's fake.
sister and brother-in-law, when they were living in D.C. like 20 years ago, they won some kind of auction, and the winning bid got a dinner with Madeline in Carville. So
Really?
she went to dinner with them to some like bistro in D.C. or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be
That would
funny.
be
I think.
very
I think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
interesting.
He said Carville was like kind of bizarre, but really funny and interesting. And Madeline was just kind of bitchy, and she would just kind of like just talking trash and just like totally snarky about people. So
Yeah.
she was kind
That's
of
funny.
rad. But he said Carville was actually pretty cool. But yeah, they were married. They were. I mean, but it's hard to picture. You know,
I don't see it. I don't see it. He's so adamantly against. I mean,
George Conway and her. It's just so. And I don't know.
She
He,
should have married
George-
Tim Conway.
he comes across a little like a loafers from what I can see. So
he
may
does.
be, maybe bearding anyway. I don't know.
Well, they have children, Mike. I think they have like 4 kids.
That doesesn't mean he's not gay, John.
That's
That's
quite a
right.
beard.
That's a heavy beard.
Undercover.
Like it's,
We're back to ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you hear what she said yesterday about Biden picking a woman vice president?
God.
No.
Yeah.
She said he was like a co-ed at the end of a frat party. I need a woman.
I think it's a
Those
done
in
deal,
time.
though. Everyone says that it is going to be a woman one way or the other.
He's
What do you
announced
think?
it like so
Well, yeah.
vociferously. I don't
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
how
he
you get
said
out
it-
of it now.
He said it in the last debate, didn't he?
I
That
guess
he
it's
committed
smart
to a woman.
move when you think
He'd,
about
he'd,
it.
he'd be screwed if he didn't.
Is he going to grope her?
Yes.
It's going to be Tara Reid.
He's not. Oh my god, what a hot mess that one is.
Dave's like, edit.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Like, wow, this episode was 4 minutes. That was impressive.
What beard you have? Okay, good. Thanks. Good night.
See you next week, boys.